Yeah, what's good? Yo, Ghana's room fam. Yo, Ghana's room fam, what's up? Yo, how's the fam doing out there? Yo, we out here. We out here doing shit, getting shit done. I may take my glasses off, I don't know. Hey guys, that's right, I'm blind and come out. Just tell you guys. Actually, I can't do this because I can't see the screen. For changing any setting. My glasses are broken, both of them, so I was gonna do. Fuck. Yeah, I was gonna just like not wear um them, but here we are. So hope everybody's doing good out there in internet land.
Wherever you are, you might be in Cincinnati, you might be in New York, you might be in Los Angeles, you might be in Germantown, Pennsylvania, you might be in Reading, Pennsylvania, you might be in Reading, England, you might be in Chestertown, you might be in Watermelon Land, Georgia. You might be in Peachville, Georgia. Everywhere you guys are out there, just tune in, tune to the right frequency, because a lot of people get that wrong. It's 1797.9799999 AM, so go ahead and turn your dial to that. And we are only on ham radio, so get your ham radios ready, because we are on that ham radio dial. Take your hand off your wiener and stop beating it in the meat, and get ready to skeet when you listen to the ham radio hour. Everybody, all the ham radio operators out there, good to see you. Good to hear you. Shout out your call out, whatever it's called. Call handle. I wonder if people still do the ham radio. Any truck drivers out there? Hey, if there's any truck drivers listening, call in. Let me know what's going on in truck driving town, because we don't give enough respect to these truck drivers. We gotta get out there and give them respect. Right? Let's go do it, everybody. Give respect to the truck driver. Respect the truck. Respect. A lot of these truck drivers, you guys might not know this, but a lot of these truck drivers out there are fucking on the job, and they're doing roadhead. Yeah, I don't think they get a lot of groupies, but maybe if you're a ham radio truck driving woman, I don't know, man. That's a lonely job, but even for me, that would be a lonely job, I think. Truck driving 101. Everybody, actually, I got approached once. I don't know if I ever told this really entertaining story, but guess what? Guy in his room, story alert, everybody. Story time. Story time. Guy in his room. Bitch. Yeah, it was I worked at Wawa before, like when I was in high school, and I was doing the trash outside, um, which was fun. But then some guy came up to me, like, and he was like, "Hey, I see the good work you're doing out here, man. You're really, I don't know what he was saying. It was like some pitch or something." And he was like, "Listen, if you want to join, you ever think about being on the road and being a truck driver? Here's my card." And he handed me a card. And I mean, I just was polite, but I don't. I somehow took it as an insult for some reason. Like, oh, I seem like a truck driver to this guy. That must be bad. But I don't know. I guess he saw my It'd be funny if I bought into that. Wow, he really saw my potential. It's an odd thing, because to me, it's not related to truck driving. But this guy's outside. I just want to tell him, good job with the trash outside. I mean, you're really keeping this place clean, man. And we need that on our truck driving squadron, okay? We're not finding a lot of truck drivers. We need some young recruits. And hey, if you ever want to talk sometime besides the truck driving thing, just let me know. No, he gave me a business card or something, and I was like, maybe I should. I did think about it because it seemed like maybe that's not hard, but thinking about it now, because I'm not a good driver, I would get fired. So driving those big rigs.
Big rig driving 24/7. People don't appreciate the essential work of the truck drivers out there. Salute your truck drivers. Salute your fucking truck drivers. Don't just let them go and get annoyed when they're on the road.
When you're driving next to them. Salute the truck driver. Say the Pledge of Allegiance to the truck driver. He's essential. He gets the goods across wherever he's going. He's overweight, he's obese, he eats sheets and Wawa and 7-Eleven and terrible food all the time. Look, he's your McDonald's eating, Burger King, origin truck driver.
We need more action superheroes that are truck drivers. Okay, I'll be the first to say it. All right, I'll be the first to fucking say it. We need truck driver superheroes. All right, that does make sense. I don't think superheroes do it. Well, I guess Clark Kent had a day job, but yeah, truck driving. I mean, yeah, I had thought about that a lot growing up because to me, I thought because I was so socially awkward and shy and stuff. I just thought truck driving would be easy because you don't really talk to anyone. You just drive, man.
Your foot is on the pedal of America when you're truck driving. Alright. I'm a truck driver. I get lots of puss on the truck drive and I stop.
Actually, maybe truck drivers are all kind of doing gay stuff because of the whole rest stop thing. Remember the whole rest stop rumors? When you go to the rest stop is where you get you stick your dick in a hole and a guy sucks it on the other end or whatever. And you don't even know who the guy is. It could be a guy with herpes all over his mouth. You don't know. You just want to get that. This is getting obscene, this podcast. Getting graphic. It's getting too parental advisory, everybody.
Parental advisory, NSFW.
NSFW. NSFW. I'm gonna swear in the warning. That's how badass I am. I'm gonna swear in the fucking warning for the podcast, alright?
Yeah. Rest stop.
Fucking. Rest stop, boys. Are you a rest stop boy? I meet my boy at the rest stop, and we get really slippy slop.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess and at parks, isn't that where they would guys would meet and I'll be on the down low or whatever? Patrice O'Neill has this great story you gotta look up, guys. All I do on this podcast is refer you to other stuff. You guys gotta check out this actually funny thing.
Check this actually funny thing out.
Yeah, Patrice O'Neill was on Opie and Anthony, and he told this story. It's called Creepy Cold Guy.
Cold Guy. Creepy cold guy. Not he as in he had a cold, but he was just cold at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he told a story about
How he was at a rest stop.
or something, and he was parked, and it was cold out, I guess. And then this guy, this white guy, this random guy that looked like a businessman, just walked up to his window and like knocked for and like made a motion for him to roll down the window, and then he was like, "It's pretty cold out here, huh?" And he like kept saying it, and he was like, that was definitely an innuendo to like he wanted to. Maybe he liked black guys to like suck him off or whatever, and then he was like go home to his family and pretend he's not gay. It was a really good story, and yeah, I should check it out. And creepy cold guy. But yeah, I do find that stuff fascinating. Like thinking about how gay people had to be back when it was like really not acceptable. And I think that still really happens in other countries. Like, I mean, Russia, so many countries seem anti-gay, you know? And, like, maybe they do the same thing that, like, Americans used to do in, like, the 50s, before that. Celebrities still are in the closet, I mean. You got your John Travoltas, you got your whatever people. But, you know, guys that had, like, everybody had to have a family or you were considered weird and, like, you couldn't be, like, or they would just be like, this is my best friend. This is just my wingman best friend that I'm living with. It's my roommate. We're not doing anything. It's just my roommate. And, they all had to do that. But that's pretty obvious. That was almost out of the closet to me if you're just living with a roommate forever. I mean, come on. But, you know, every guy that just got married but was actually gay and just would never do anything with his wife. Like this guy in Mad Men, Spanish-looking guy that was like that was gay, and his wife would be like really trying to get him interested, and he wasn't because he was gay or whatever. But yeah, there was a character really in the closet on that show, and everybody knew. But that's just really interesting, that stuff, having to hide. I guess anything like that, where you have a double life or whatever. That's just crazy. It's nuttery. Crazy nuttery. It's kooky. Nuttery. Yeah, but you know. Yeah, I recently randomly did this show that I like bombed at, but like just had a bad time for most of it. It was like the not a typical crowd I get, and it you know it was really mainly bad because of this. I just got on stage, and then this table of like 3 women got up and left. Like they looked at me, and I do start off awkwardly. Like I did start off like usual, where I just like don't start off right away. I just go up on stage, and people kind of, I guess, might be wondering like what I'm about to do or what. I don't know why they judged me that hard so quickly, but I basically just said, "Hey, how's it going?" or something. And they just made these faces almost as soon as I got up there. So I can't really even say it was my comedy. Almost as soon as I got up there, they just were like making this face like, no. Because they were, I mean, yeah, they were black women. It was a show with like up in the, I guess, Harlem, very far up there. I mean, it took me over 2 hours, like 3 hours, because the trains are so messed up because of Ida, because of the hurricane. And I almost didn't go. I just kept, like, they started the show late. And I literally said, all right, I can't make it. And they said, we didn't start yet. So I was like, all right, I'm already kind of up here. And then I did it, and, you know, went kind of, you know, I didn't expect it to go well either. But just that beginning was so bad because I was just thrown off by those women reacting like that. Like, I guess, I don't know. People just judge you. I don't care if people do leave. Like, sometimes I don't really care if people leave. Some people do leave during my set. I mean, I don't know what it is about me. I guess, see, like, I'm just not a, like, really charismatic. Like, I'm just different. Kind of, like, I just come off awkward. Like, I'm not comfortable. Like, everybody else maybe has just a different presence than me or something. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, even when I think I'm, feeling comfortable, I think I just come off odd the way I am or something. It doesn't mean I'm bombing. It just, some people just don't get me, or I don't know what it is. I mean, and my comedy's pretty, like, it's just not the typical, and I'm not saying it's so unique. I didn't think anyway, but it's like kind of sarcastic and dry, like, so I don't, and I don't start out like, yo, hey y'all, how y'all doing and shit. Like, I'm not like a high energy. I'm definitely not high energy guy that goes up and is super charismatic. I'm just like different. And I could have got over that, but I let it get to me for like the first bit at least. I mean, the first couple minutes. And then this ambulance went by, and I just kind of sat there, and I at least made a joke out of that. And then it was just very, like, people just didn't like me there. And the people that did were laughing. I mean, I'm not a typical stand-up. I'm not a typical performer. Like, even when I do well, it's like you can tell people are acknowledging that it's like I'm coming off awkward or whatever it is. And, there's been other comedians like that that are just like weirder than other comedians, like just with their presence. And like, but sometimes I'll just take it too personal when I see women making that face and then all leaving. And it's also a thing where I mean, honestly, I don't think they would have really liked any of my stuff anyway, but some of them might have stayed. But I think it's also a thing where, like, one person leaves and they're your friend, so you leave. And then they're like, I ain't gonna stay for this, like, nerdy loser white kid or whatever. I don't know. They thought I was like, I don't know. I mean, and I eventually did my set. I mean, I just kind of came to terms with that they don't, And I mean, that start was so awkward that, like, a lot of people, I think, just, like, made up their minds about me at that point. I mean, people do that. I mean, people don't usually do that, though. Get up right away. Like, and I don't know. It's easy to read into that. I don't know, like, if they would have done that to any other, like, different comedian, like maybe another guy they would have done. I don't know. But, like, yeah, it was very the opposite of anybody else going up at the show. And I've expected people to not like me, expected it to go weird, but, just seeing someone make a face like, you disgust me as a person, that's, like, the worst part of performing in front of people, like, obviously. But, like, when I watch people, even if it's a musician or a comedian or whoever is going up and doing something, I judge hard, too. Everybody does this. Like, I'm an asshole when I see somebody go up and I'm not entertained. I'm sitting there like, get off. Shut up. Get off stage, loser. Like, I'm thinking it. I don't actually heckle or anything. But I just won't, like, a lot of times. I'm just like, everybody's an asshole to somebody on stage because it's like, and you do take it personal, but, like, I also get it. I do the same thing because it's like, I'm sitting here. If I'm not being entertained, like, I can leave. Well, I'd rather people just leave instead of sitting there hating it. But then if you start walking people, which is when people get up and leave, then that's like bad for the show, and you have to go, well, I just ruined the guy's show. But at least it was only that table that literally got up. And I mean, maybe other people did get up, but I think this was outside on like a curb at this cafe thing. And I mean, honestly, most people were like pretty polite. I mean, there was a lot of people kind of making faces and like they were just not into me and stuff. But I don't mind that. I don't mind, I mean, there was a guy that was, I don't know. I wish I wasn't so rusty, or I would have been able to make comments back. I mean, I said a couple things, but I should have made fun of this guy more. It was kind of what I was talking about last episode. People thinking that they're like entertaining by yelling, but it wasn't open. Well, it wasn't an open mic, but it felt like a very community type event where it kind of didn't seem like an open or like a regular show. It was just didn't seem like a regular show, but it was good. I eventually during the set remembered kind of how those shows go, and I was able to get through like past it. I don't know, man. There's so many things to comedy where you just, and I didn't want to talk about this because I don't want to sound like I'm making excuses, but it's entertaining to have those kind of bad reactions too. So, you gotta be able to laugh in life at yourself. Like, when somebody gets up and 3 women leave at once, you gotta be. No, I mean I've seen that happen a lot. I guess I haven't been used to it since the pandemic. People do that. I mean, if they don't even, sometimes they don't like your bit, that's all. And they'll just get up and leave. Oh, that's, And I thought that would happen to me. I mean, I wasn't, talking about the regular stuff the other people were like, relationship stuff or whatever. I mean, maybe eventually I'll have more material that's like more relatable and more like accessible. But you can't force it either. I mean, I just do what I want. Yeah, but it does help that I am hanging out with I am dating someone now, and it's going so well because those kind of things, you want someone there to cry and be on your knees, and then she can console you like you're a little baby. I cried for 8 hours, and she just patted me on the back and was like, "It's okay." And I was like, "I need my bottle." She was like, "Here's your widdle bottle. I always probably get too self-conscious about saying that I feel bad to a girl, like, or opening up like that. But you gotta do that in life, man. Come on. Ugh. I am so sick of my acid reflux. So sick of it. I might one day get a surgery because this is just ridiculous. Like, the amount of time I have to try to eat healthy, and like, you just want to enjoy life at some point. Like, I'm dating someone. This girl is great and fine about everything. But I want to eat well. Like, I don't want to just eat like healthy exactly when I'm supposed to eat all the time. And like, the problem is that I have to I'm not supposed to lay down like to go to sleep for like 3 hours after you eat, which is great. Like, think about that. Every single night I have to do that. And if I'm hanging out with a girl, or if we're just hanging out, I have to go, all right, I got to stop eating. I have to know when I'm going to go to sleep. But I don't. I've been just, especially on the weekends. If I want to, like, I'll have some drinks or, like, I'll eat later because I want to have fun. I'll just sit up and sleep for a while, and then I'll go lay down. And that's what I do. People don't understand. Like, she keeps going, like, why were you sitting up? Is everything okay? I'm like, no, I just have to sleep like a bat. I have to sleep like a vampire in a coffin, standing up. So that because if it's, less than 3 hours, the next morning is horrible. I mean, the next day I'll be bloated and feel like shit all day. Like, and antacids don't even really help after a certain point. Like, now they're just like, they help me, but like, if I eat shitty 24/7 and I just do antacids, it won't really do anything because diet is really important, guys. It's so important. What are you eating? What are you putting in your body? Think about it. I mean, what goes in your body goes in your body. What goes in your body goes in your body. Hey guys. Hey guys. Hey guys. Hey guys. Hey guys. Hey guys. What if that was the rest of the podcast? Hey. There's an echo. Hey. I'm in a canyon. Help. I'm in a well. Help. I fell. Someone call somebody. Think about what you're eating and putting in your body. Your body is a machine, just like your car at home. Think about what you're fucking eating. I'm an angry dietitian. I'm like an angry health guru. What the
Fuck are you doing? Get out, you fat piece of shit. Get.
You fat piece of shit, get up. I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you, you fat fuck.
That was the trend of like. That was the trend for a while. Even the American Idol Simon Cowell days. Like now we're so sensitive and we bully people into being sensitive. Ironically, we just bully people, but about being nice. But yeah, that was like the big trend. Remember, The Weakest Link was like a huge show, and that whole mentality. Every reality show back then was mean as fuck. Like now I get annoyed that everybody's overly sensitive, but like back then, like I'm not a guy that likes that. Like I don't like people being an asshole and being just cruel and shitty. Like the Devil Wears Prada movie. And that was this, and the way Steve Jobs ran his company, like everybody was all about being a piece of shit to everybody, because that motivates you. That motivates you
To be better. Yeah.
Yeah, like that's really good to do.
But no, I kind of I don't know. I guess I kind of am in the middle on it. Like, look, you shouldn't be pretending everything's perfect with someone. Like, if you're a fitness person, an expert or whatever, you shouldn't always be like so nice to your client that let them be fat and overweight and just not, oh, body positivity. You look amazing.
Oh my god, you look fucking amazing. Like, seriously, you look like
So amazing. Lizzo is amazing and beautiful. Lizzo is fucking hot, sexy. What every woman should want to look like Lizzo, okay? Yeah,
The women that love Lizzo are skinny. I mean, yeah, people do what they want to do. Like, no one is saying. But yeah, at a certain point, even Lizzo would have to lose weight. You can't be like morbidly unhealthy. You can be bigger if you want. I mean, everybody can do what they want, but it's like, yeah, you shouldn't be. I mean, I don't know. We always swing one way and then 100% the other. I mean, So yeah, every reality show used to be cruel and mean. Like Simon Cowell, like that was fucking awful. You should kill yourself. You should lay. I'm doing kind of an Australian. You should kill yourself. You should really lay on some train tracks and let the train come and just your pieces will fly all over and everybody on board will see it because that was fucking dreadful. Like he was way over the top. Like who cares? It's someone. I guess like if he hated his job and that was that's his way of being. Like everybody should be like every reality show from like early 2000s to like 2000 I don't know, 2010s. Everybody was a piece of shit to every contestant. Like my one ex-girlfriend would always watch Top Model and every other show she watched too, but Top Model especially would be like super cruel to and I guess I saw something in the news about people bashing Tyra for being so mean. But that was the trend. Every single episode, I hated the judges because, well, mostly because I know I'd crumble under that. Like, I can't take being judged at all. Like, every job I used to have where a boss would watch me work, I would fail. I just didn't have enough confidence to do anything. Like, somebody watching me, I don't want that. The person that I don't want to see me is watching me. Oh my God. I'm gonna and then I would suck. So I felt for every single contestant that would lose. Like, and I have no interest in Top Model. I think it's like a super vain, although it's not even as vain as the influencers and OnlyFans world that we live in now. Like that looks pretty like quaint and whatever that word means and Little House on the Prairie almost compared to OnlyFans being mainstream now. I mean, we just need a pandemic, and then everybody's like, I guess I'll sell pictures of myself. But do whatever you want, but don't, that's not to me, it's not that normal of a thing. And everybody was a piece of shit. There was some judges on there that I don't know. And every cooking, they just acted like you were like they did judge them on a personal level. Like they did not just say that wasn't like good like as far as just the modeling. It was like and you're just like not good. You're just like your personality is just like shit. Like I'm not even really exaggerating. That's how mean they were. And now we're just like the opposite of now I think they're overly positive. I saw like some things in the news with The Voice and like other shows now, and it's just clips of them like being like, "Oh my God,
You changed my fucking life. I was one person as Gwen Stefani, and now I'm not. I'm a different person.
Because I just saw your performance. I was crying, and I also cut myself a little bit because one, I like the pain, but two, you moved me so much. Like I divorced my husband because that's how much you changed my life. I'm not even the same Gwen Stefani as I was. Oh, alright, I'm gonna hand it over to Christina.
Hi, I'm Christina. My voice is a little different, but can't really do it.
Hi, I'm Christina Aguilera, and I just want to say, like, she said you changed your life. Well, you changed my life and my entire family's life because I saw you get up there, and I know you're autistic because I know your sad story that you told.
And now every reality show they have to go like they have to outdo each other with the most. Oh my God, I can't even talk about it without getting fucking mad. They have to come up with a sad story, and I'm at the point where I just think they're all fake or really exaggerated. I just don't believe any of them. Like, one of them had an autistic brother and sang the song for him, of course. Just like, yeah, milk whatever disability anybody around you has and enter an American Idol, and you'll win. Be mediocrely good. and Simon Cowell would be kicked off the show. I bet he's like not even. Nobody's mean. I guarantee no one's mean anymore. Maybe on cooking shows they are, because it's about food and it's not. You can pretend it's not personal, but here's the thing. I also think the same thing about. Listen, I just said here's the thing, so that means I'm important, and you better listen. Here's the thing, guys. Okay. Yeah, like I don't like roast shows either. Comedy roast shows, I think, are too mean. And I'm not. I don't know. I'm so like torn about this stuff because I get that you don't want to be too overly, like I just said, like overly praise people and be fake. But that's the only two buttons everyone has, is to be over the top, nice, and because you're sucking up because you want something. Nobody's real about it. Or you roast them, or you're a piece of shit because it's allowed. Everybody just follows the herd. I mean, I'm always like half kidding because I know I sound like I'm on a soapbox, but like, I don't know. Everybody has to switch it. Well, everybody just follows the herd. Like, okay, if you're on The Voice, you now have to
be overly positive and be like, oh my god, your story about you losing your leg and then now your penis is on your shoulder, and but you still sing because it brings you joy, and you want to make it big so you can pay off your brother that lost his entire body and has just an eye left. And I'm gonna vote yes on you. You're gonna be on my team, so yeah.
It's either that or if you're allowed to be mean and shitty, like Simon Cowell. Although I guess they weren't really. I don't know. He was kind of just the mean guy on there. But if you're loud, if you're on a show and people start being mean, everybody's going to do the same thing. Because everybody is a coward. Everybody just goes to whatever anybody else they are around is doing. Like, oh, this is the way to succeed on the show? All right, I'll be a piece of shit then. And and I know what they did too. They would dress down the contestants and be like, you should just die. You should like I gotta be honest, like just I don't think you're cut out for this or anything else in life. Like I knew your mom's here with you, she shouldn't have had you. Like I don't anyway, when the cameras turn off and they go up to him, hey listen, that was just for the show. Listen, I loved what you did. I loved what you did, all right? I loved it. I loved everything about it. I actually thought you were the best one. Because people are so fake. That's why I'm not in Tinseltown, rubbing elbows with the greats. I can't be like that. I always worried about that in comedy, but I still wouldn't do it because I couldn't force myself to be fake like that. Although I do like most people. I do want to be friendly to most people. I'm not like a piece of shit, like judging everyone, but just the whole you can tell when someone being fake. Like you have a terrible set, like I just did at that show, and then somebody's like, "You were fucking great, dude." I was like, "What?" Well, when somebody's just like, you're like, "What are you like? Why are you saying it? Like, why are you lying?" Because it wasn't. I could see if you're trying to like boost someone's confidence after a fucking bomb, where a table leaves, where 3 women make a face and then leave, but like. You know, I don't know what you can say though, because anything kind of sucks. I feel awkward when somebody bombs like bad. Like I don't know what to say to them. Nobody does. Most people ignore it and they don't say anything. They might just say like, "Good seeing you." I mean, I'll usually say I like that one bit, even though they didn't or whatever. But that still is just like you're reminding them how the audience didn't like them. There's nothing really good to say, unless you're dating the person and then you can be genuine maybe. I don't know, it'll feel genuine. What else is going on? Looking at my phone. I had to find out how old my cat was. I had to ask my mom because they adopted the cat at first, and this is entertaining. Well, yeah, I mean, I did want to maybe talk about, this might be controversial, so, but I'm sick of
Phones sucking the more you have them.
I talked about this before, but I mean, the more I think about it, it's just unacceptable. That's the right word, okay? Everybody start using this word. Unacceptable. This is not an acceptable.
Unacceptable.
This cannot be allowed to exist in my reality or anyone's fucking reality. Motherfucker, please. Because, it shouldn't be fucking loud, that's why. These phone companies have gotten away with this for way too long. We're gonna gang up and get together. And yeah, guys, gotta listen to this sermon about the phone companies, alright? Fuck this shit. We're gonna do a Robin Hood scheme. We're gonna poor to the rich scheme.
Yeah, I mean, so I stopped using Apple phones because I had no fucking memory. They always ran out of space because of the iCloud or whatever. But also, the iMessage is way, way better. Okay, I do miss the texting on iPhones is like a million times. Not the texting, but the sending of pictures and everything. Like, no problems at all. If I want to send a picture to an iPhone person, guess what? Together. It's not happening. It's not
happening.
All right, let me get my sound effects guy up real quick. Hey, Quentin, that's his name. Hey, Quentin, do some sound effects from the board. Hold on. Oh, here he is.
Then hi.
Hi, this is Quentin. I'll be up in a second. I'm going up. Listen, alright, we're up and going, boss.
Alright, oh, you think you can send a video and a picture? Well, pictures are kind of okay. You think you can send videos and you got a Samsung? Nope. Not happening, guys. If you try to send any kind of video to an iPhone person, it's not going to work, or it's going to look like shit. So you have to think, oh, do I need to switch to Apple just because other people that I know use Apple? That's the reason you would switch. That's unacceptable. I'm going to keep saying the unacceptable.
Don't accept it. This is
Unacceptable, okay? Unfucking acceptable. Not accept this bullshit. Samsung, you can eat a fucking dick because you're a piece of shit. I am not gonna put up with the battery going down.
After I've had it for a year, maybe. Maybe it's been over a year. Does that mean my battery has to go down so fast? It's it's the last next to newest gen of phone. And yet I have to now try to upgrade because my battery is draining. And if you go anywhere in New York and your phone's gone, good luck getting back unless you've been there a bunch of times, because fucking trains constantly down, everything's down all the time. Nothing works properly in here. If you think you want to move here and you think it's going to be anything kind of tolerable, I mean, now, honestly, the working at home has made it more tolerable because I don't have to commute as much. And, but now with the hurricane, I mean, any excuse they can, I feel like it's almost an excuse that they're like, water came. So, what can I tell you? No more trains anymore. They're going to be broken. And every time you use it, it's going to be a delay. There's going to be, I mean, when I was going to that show that I then bombed at, I was like, on this one train, which is supposed to just, you can ride it the whole way. But because of the hurricane, they're like, all right, you got to get off 3 times because we're making it in sections because of the hurricane damage. Which, all right, yeah, there was hurricane damage. But, so I went to a certain street, and then I had to get off, take another train, then I had to get off, and then take another train. But each time, there was a delay, and like twice, it would say, 12-minute delay, and then I'll be like, all right, and then I'd wait the 12 minutes, and then it would change to a, like, 30-minute delay. It would just change the number, which is like, oh my god, that is like the most annoyed you can make a person, because you've just made him wait and then changed everything. Like, you've just gone and pretended that you didn't say 12 minutes. Actually, yeah, it's not. So, it's just whatever we want it to be. And oh, yeah, there was flood damage. Good, we can use that to not work well. I guarantee that's what they're doing, because every, like, year, there's a new scandal with them doing, like, overtime or taking money because of the unions and whatever. Maybe Cuomo was to blame. Maybe he was groping, and not getting around to fixing stuff. Maybe he was busy groping.
The Gropemeister Cuomo, yeah.
Cuomo, the grope man, is coming to town. The grope signal is up. Everybody's groping.
All you have to do to run for governor if he ran again, not that he would, because he can't, but I don't grope. So there you go. I guess we'll vote for the not groper guy, even though he might, and we don't know yet, which is probably the case. But yeah, the grope train. That's the only train Cuomo was working on. Am I right? The grope train. He just would go on, and he would have only women passengers, and he would just go on and be like, "Just checking you out." I did not do that to those women. Okay, so I did it a little bit, but I didn't do it like they said, all right? I did, yes, that's what I do. I'm Italian, I grope people. That's what I do. Okay? I have the grope train coming out. It's the G line, and it's gonna be just women passengers only, because I want to expand, for COVID reasons. I want to swab all areas of the body, okay? That's what we do. The Cuomos, we inspect every part of the body. The women bend over, stick a swab in there, which is usually my finger or another stick-like orifice thing, organ, and I'll just stick it up there. And that's what I do for COVID reasons. And then I'll do a press conference announcing the results. This is the new G train, where I grope. And it's okay, because I'm Italian, and that's what I do on there. And that's what I already told you, I did it, so what are you gonna do? Wouldn't it be funny if, like, his replacement lady, because there's a lady now that took over, what if, like, something came out that she groped a male person? Yeah. Yeah, I can't think of any politician woman that's groped. But yeah. My throat's getting sore now. Can't do the podcast. I need disability insurance on this podcast because my throat gets sore from doing it. That's what you guys should donate to me for on Patreon and on OnlyFans. That was fun. The OnlyFans like announcing, "Oh, we're not going to have a nudity anymore." Oh wait, actually no. Well, okay, we changed our mind. We're going to have nudity again. And I think it was only like a week. It was like such a short turnaround. I mean, ugh. It was such a short turnaround. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they just said, you know, what if this was my face? I had to, what's that called? Hair lip thing? Yeah. That's kind of like what a old henchman would look like in a superhero or comic thing. Yeah. Let's get him, boys. Let's go. He wouldn't have glasses, probably. Yeah. Yeah, speaking of that, I had I was on a bus and like this crazy guy kept ranting. You know, that kind of happens frequently here, but he just kept going, and then and then these Asian guys all got on, like 4 of them. And I say that because he then started ranting about them being kamikaze. And yeah, I mean, you gotta laugh at this stuff, people. But yeah, he did that, and then it just started to get too tense because before that, he was just kind of yelling. He was super loud, and he just kept saying things that didn't really make sense. He was just like, he was just like, you know, I like the ladies, and he kept doing this crazy laugh that was like, I don't know if I can imitate it.
Well, his voice wasn't this loud, but, you know, his voice was like a little lower than mine, maybe like here. And it was like, it was kind of, yeah, a little rough. It was like, you know, I like the ladies. And then he kept doing this laugh that was like, and it was like, it sounded like
a maniacal Batman villain laugh. Like, he kept doing it, everything he said.
man, those ladies, man. You know, I like the ladies. Ha 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 ha.
I don't know, I can't imitate it, but it's just like, it's just so annoying that like, and let, you know, send me a message if you wanted me to play some of his audio on the podcast. No one will, but yeah, I had it just makes you think how, I mean, that happens a lot in New York, and the problem, it's like, it really, the thing that bugs me a lot about it is like, you know, the most annoying part of it is that one person, it's only one person, this guy or whoever else, it's always one person that ruins everything. And it's like, how selfish are you? Like, be crazy or whatever. Like, if you're on the street, people can just walk by you, but then you're stuck on a bus with this asshole. And, you know, look, I'm sure he had mental issues, obviously. So it's at some point you feel bad for him, but like, God, one guy, it's always one person that ruins everything. Just because this one person can't get themselves under control, everyone has to be uncomfortable and sit there hoping that he doesn't assault somebody. Because he kept saying, I'm trained to kill you, to the Asian guys saying they're kamikaze. And then he just started saying the whole bus, he's gonna kill every one of us. This is what, you know, as soon as somebody says like, I'm gonna kill you or something, then it's like, all right, you've gone from like crazy, but I can maybe try to shut you out, to like, okay, there could be a problem here. Do I have to call the cops just because this one asshole, one crazy guy? And I mean, yeah, we have to, you know, we have to really revamp the healthcare system in some way, because nobody, all these crazy people, let's be honest, they've been fucked over because they can't afford healthcare. If they wanted to get help and you're poor, you can't afford therapy. You can't afford, like, I mean, you do probably get Medicaid or something if you get unemployed, but you have to be, I don't know how that works, but you still got to qualify. And like, I know it's like it's problematic because everybody would kind of have to pay for this treatment for crazy people. But like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Like, but do you really want that to continue? Like, it's not just somebody that's homeless. It's like there's a lot of these guys that are homeless and like could assault someone, could attack, ruin everyone's bus trip, and not just ruin, but make you worried that you have to call the police the whole time, thinking I'm going to feel bad if he attacks someone and someone gets hurt and I didn't call or do anything. Like, now my night is like, I have to make a plan. I'm not just riding home. I now have to like come up with a plan for how to respond to this lunatic. Like, and I'm not saying fuck these people, because look, they can't afford, those people that are above a certain income or below, they won't get treated. They can't get help. They can't afford it. I can barely, like, it's a lot of money to get even therapy sessions. It's a fucking lot of money. I mean, I always try to find an affordable option with like somebody that's not as experienced. But it's still a lot. I mean, what are you gonna like do? You know? I mean, if we could just do something, like even a low level of treatment, that's not gonna raise everybody's taxes too much, to get that to like be helped. I mean, I would definitely give money to something like that. I guess I should look it up for that. But then those people have to go get help. Do they even know they're crazy at that point? I mean, and the way he kept saying, like, I was trained to kill you, I was like, is he a veteran? I mean, I don't know how old he was, but probably not old enough. So he was probably crazy. But like, yeah, so there's some veterans that are nuts and hallucinating, seeing, soldiers or whatever. I don't know. But then there's just people, it's like, you ruined everyone's, just one person. I mean, always. Just one loud person that's crazy. Sometimes they're not even crazy. They're just obnoxious and like narcissistic or whatever. And they kind of know what they're doing, or they're just, and everyone else does figure out what I'm going to do to respond to this. Like, if somebody gets attacked, if he started to, like, because I really did think he was about to attack one of those guys, because one of the Asian guys got upset and he gave him the finger and he said, fuck you. And then he gave him the finger a bunch. And I'm sure that riled him up more. And then, that's not even the approach. But what do you do? Because he wouldn't shut the hell up. Like, the bus driver did nothing. And that was annoying. But I'm also like, well, they're not. Are they trained to like subdue someone? I mean, they're asking a lot of them to be also a like tough security guard and an excellent driver to be the bus driver. In the city, you got to be pretty good at driving. And maybe him responding would have made him more crazy. I don't know. But those people are so unpredictable. You're just like, I wasn't that scared, like me and my girlfriend or whatever wasn't. She was like less scared than me. I was more like nervous that I would have to call the cops or like what to do. That there would be a fight breaking out, because people nowadays are very just ready to go at somebody, thinking that this is. But if somebody's that crazy, you just kind of have to. Unfortunately, he kind of belonged in a psych ward. Unless he sounded like somebody in an insane ward, yelling over and over again. Like, that's what he was doing, and we all had to sit there. Oh man. And then, I don't know. just a shame all around, really. But it's crazy. And I haven't seen that in a while because of the pandemic. Maybe he's more riled up because he was stuck in for last year. What's going on? Yeah. I'm a crazy bitch. You better watch the fuck out.
Watch the fuck out. I'm gonna take you down. I know a lot of takedowns. And a lot of fucking takedowns, buddy. If you're gonna start running your mouth off like that, let me tell you something. I've been training. I'm a UFC Class A tier fighter. Not officially, but I am studying on a message board, and on many YouTube tutorials. So you better watch the fuck out. If you're gonna run the mouth off like that, you're about to get slapped. I'd love that, dude. Just keep running your mouth so I can punch you down. I've been waiting to use my skills. So just keep going. I want you to, okay? That's how fucking badass I am, alright, bitch? Just keep running your mouth off. We'll see where that gets you. Okay? I'm gonna get the fuck down. Step down, bitch. Step off. Run your mouth off one more time. I would love to punch you in the face, bitch.
Just, think about that next time you start shit with me. A guy in this room family. The guy in this room squad, that's what we call our fans. They're gonna come at you. You better not come at the squad like that. You better not come at the room heads. Yeah, because we are not, the guy, the room family is not gonna let that lie. Okay?
I hope I'm never the type to name my fans a certain thing, like certain other podcasters. Yo, the roomies are gonna come at you hard. Okay. Gonna come at you.
Rough. Get the fuck out.
Mess with the roomies. That's not a tough name, roomies. That'll be funny though. The roomies, dude. We're the roomies. You better watch out. The roomies are coming, and we are not. The guy fam is not gonna be happy with that right now. All right? Yeah.
Yeah. Watch out.